So guys, this is my weekly report for August the 7th, and look what I've been doing this week. So been out striper fishing. The striper bite's been pretty good. We're over there up north and we're catching them on chatterbaits. I heard guys also catching them on topwater lures in the evenings, you know, when the tides are, bigger tides are in the evening. Today we had a bad tide, but we caught a lot of bass. We caught probably, I don't know, probably over 20 or 30 of them. We probably had about a 15-pound bag, and we caught most of them. Well, we caught them on chatterbaits in the morning, and then we started punching, and we caught quite a few punching. Really windy out here today. We had probably 20-25 mile-an-hour winds, but the fishing was good. So the water temperature also dropped about 6 degrees. So, you know, I think things are going to start happening out here. Other things going on that I did this week, I went kokanee fishing. I helped J&J adjust some of his electronics, so we went up to Buller's Bar. And it was tough. I mean, you know, we couldn't graph a whole lot of fish. We saw pods here and there. And then we went up one of the main creek arms and we found a bunch of fish, but I think we got there too late. But we only caught like, I don't know, 10 or 12 fish. But the fish are starting to turn, and they're starting to lose their scales, but the flesh and everything is still bright red and still very, very decent and edible. Other than that, that's about all I did this week. And other things going on, albacore. I have friends went up to Fort Bragg, and they went out about 45 to 50 miles. Caught a lot of albacore, and they're really decent size. So the albacore fishing's been good. It's not like bluefin, because the albacore you have to be in that 62 to 64 degree water. So, you know, if you plan on running all the way up north there, you might want to check the water temps to see if it's coming in or going out. Because if it's going out in one night, it could go out 20 miles. So you'd be in for a long ride. So other than that, the bluefin's been kind of hit and miss. They've been, it's more slower than it was like, you know, a couple months ago, but there's still guys that are going after them, and they're still actually putting some in the tank, but it's not red hot. Rock fishing, shallow rock fishing's closed. You can fish 300 feet or deeper, and out there past Fairlawns and Cordell Banks, it's red hot. The Caldon too, been going out there almost every day during the week and just slaughtering them. I mean, you're catching lingcod that are 10 to 25 pounds and rockfish like red vermilions that are anywhere from 4 to 8 pounds. I mean, you go out there, you're going to come back with a load of sack of fish. So he's been doing that. He hasn't done the bluefin yet because of the amount of people that he has signed up for these deep water rock fishing. So other than that, halibut fishing is still real good, but losing interest. I think everybody's been catching so many for the last 3 months that, you know, they're kind of giving up. But, you know, I got friends that went out last week. They fished Alcatraz and did really well. They caught some nice fish. I think when the weather permits, if you go out to the North Bar, you could also do really well drifting anchovies. I think the bait receiver is still open. You might want to call around and check to make sure, but I'm pretty sure they're still open. You could catch those halibut throwing swim baits, you know, like 5-inch fish traps or any tube-looking bait. You know, when you're in that depth of 25 feet or shallower, I'm sure you could catch them very easy. You can catch them on A-rigs. You could halibut just about hit anything. I've even spooned a lot of them. So other than that, inside, like I said, they're still catching halibut. Stripers are kind of made their way in a little bit. You know, they went out to the ocean for a short bit, and then they came back in already. So it's red hot around the Antioch Bridge to West Bank to Sherman Island. They're hanging out that area right now. There's a lot of grass in the water, so a lot of guys have been spooning for them. But I have friends that have been going out throwing 5-inch swim baits, and they're only in like 5 feet of water, and they've been killing them. Way up where I'm at, I showed you these size fish that I'm catching. They're just schoolies up to, like, once in a while I'll get them on around 7 or 8 pounds. But other than that, it's a little bit early yet. I think most of them will stay out there. So if you want to catch stripers, I would go out to the west bank and then fish out in that area over there. So they're still catching a lot of sturgeon. I don't think there's a lot of people going after them, but they're still, the guys that are, they're still going really good. I know Gatecrafter's been going out catching some sturgeon. Other than that, I think a lot of these 6-packs want to go out and do these bluefin trips, but you know, it gets kind of expensive. And another thing is you have to be on call because of the way the weather is. You know, they won't go out there because you got to go so far. You know, you're traveling out 45 miles before you set your lines in, so you got to go a long ways. So you want to go out. I know there's quite a few of those 6-packs that fish in the bay for halibut and stuff. You can contact any of those guys, and you know, they'll put you on a list, and it'll be like on a 1 or 2 days notice. Other than that, inside, like I said, kokanee fishing is kind of dying out a little bit. You know, a lot of the fish are starting to turn. I've been up to Bullard's Bar, Union Valley. I went to Party last week. You saw my report. We killed them there. But Party is officially closed. As of Tuesday, they're closing. It will not open until mid-February. So that's out of the picture. I'm sure Stampede's still red hot. And Whiskey Town, I heard, is good. But other than that, you know, we're getting that time of year when kokanee fishing is going to start coming to an end here, where all your mature fish will start heading up the creeks to spawn. Trout. Nate's still catching some big fish at Comanche. You know, if you look at his posts on Facebook, the guy's been killing them, and he's been getting a lot of good sized fish. You know, he'll get 1 or 2 in that 5 to 8 pound range every trip. So, you know, I'm sure he's down there probably 50, 60 feet pulling speedy shiners or rapalas. Other than that, I know the salmon fishing's been kind of slow everywhere. Berryessa, Folsom. Kevin's been going to Folsom. He's been texting me. He's only getting like 1 or 2 a trip, so it's been real slow. But other than that, bass fishing in the lakes has been really good. It's just this time of the year. You know, you could catch a lot of bass on drop shotting. Pretty soon I'll be doing some spooning here in the fall when we get this weather change like we're having now, cooling off a little bit. You know, I'll be up at Berryessa spooning them. So there's a lot of things going on. You know, if you're on your way fishing on Saturday and you're in your truck, you could go to 1140 on the AM dial on Seps and Kent Brown's show on California Sportsman's. And I'm live the first Saturday of the month, and then I'm on call at 6:40 every Saturday. So if you want to listen to the current reports, just tune in on the radio station. If you like this, hit that like button. Please subscribe. It helped my channel a lot. Leave me a comment. I'll get back with you in 2 or 3 days. So I'll see you guys next week.